Like I said, I love how this song is structured. The lyrics in it, notably the part where it yells at you, reminds me of some documentaries of World War II I've watched. Note it's been a bit since I've last watched a general WW2 documentary, because I have a hard time sitting still. But from what I can recall, the few docs I have watched tend to usually look at the panzers or the Heifels. Yes, they do look at the infantry too, but they're usually lugged in as just another replaceable cart to the grander machine. They're also usually from the Allies' perspective too, so when the singer, Joachim in this case, asks for more detail on the men,
what about the man executing orders?
his request is drowned out by the documentaries that want to focus on the German war machine. I might dive more in depth to this one day, just not right now.
Through the gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven, through the Nazi lines. Viva Victoria!
Predictable pick, I know, but there's a reason why it's one of Sabaton's most iconic songs. It pumps you right up. It gives you the vibe that you're already on the boat. There ain't no going back. The fate of the world is determined by you and your fellows getting the beach or not. You know that you're already entering the gates of hell. You know you might get captured or killed by the Germans if you go close enough to their lines. But if Operation Overlord works out, you'll be one step closer to victory, a step closer to peace, and the heaven of back home. The glory of the first taste of victory for freedom. What I'm saying is it gives me the adrenaline that the troops invading Normandy had.
Blood Mountain, I am the soldier of heaven.
I know I made a bold claim about it being the best in the album. I'll admit Stormtroopers and Christmas Truce are its equals. Stormtroopers makes you want to raid a trend and be shovel guy. Christmas Truce I'll always try and play at Christmas. And Soldier of Heaven, it sticks out to me in the album. It has the tragic emotion of Christmas Truce, while sounding like it's being sung by someone who either knows his time is nearing, or who's already passed but wants to stay here just a little longer and share his story to those who tread the same mountain passage as him. It even sounds like the icicles of Blood Mountain and White Friday sing with him. It wouldn't be a top 5 Sabaton song list without Ghost Division usually. The reason why I love this song is ironic considering why I love Wehrmacht. That song is asking to look at the gears of the machine and realize that they've gone through as much hell as the guys they fight. This one is okay. Now you can look at the cool German tanks. It to be giving the vibe of Lightning Metal Ghost with Mefty bagging over the bugettes. I guess songs about tanks or songs that you shouldn't play while driving is something Sabaton is really good at making.
They will prefer death to flight.
If you seen the short, you knew I had to faves. I guess I'll start with Night Witches. When people think of a good Sabaton song intro, people think of the Raid Baron, and they're right. But I think the intro to Night Witches is pretty good too. Yeah, sure, basic song fade in. But given the context that the Night Witches attack unexpectedly, with the only warning that the wind whispers about their rival, I think it actually makes a lot of sense here. Especially because the song basically throws you into the heart headbanging that is the meat and potatoes of this song. I already pointed this out, but the drums here are like bombs chaotically being dropped on you. Once again, clever song structure. And then just when you are kind of starting to get used to it, one last bomb is dropped and you're dragged out of it. The Night Witches disappear with the wind. Expect them to come back at the least expected time. Now, for the price of a mile, I put this at the same rank as Night Witches. Ironically, they are pretty much opposite songs. Night Witches fuels adrenaline with its chaotic drums that drop like bombs. This one is fueling your eyes with tears. It is hopelessly trapped in trenches and mud, knowing that artillery or gas will easily take you out. However, you're used to that. You're used to this misery. What was the purpose of this? In fact, death, especially a quick one via blown to a fine mist by a motor, is preferable to this. The drum here feels like thousands of feet marching to record a beat. Thousands of feet that likely will never stand at the doors of home again. They're likely only mindlessly walking into a meat grinder under the label glory. All for the measly cost of 1.6 kilometers. Hey, I hope I didn't make you too depressed. Of course, this list is just my opinion, and you're free to have totally opposing opinions to mine. Also, if you like the change up of video style, please let me know. This took a few days to render, and it was a very laggy few days. I have nothing else. Bye.